In July-October this year, Pakistan's remittances fell to $9.9 billion. That's an 8.6% decrease from same period last year. If this declining trend continues, the total remittances in the current financial year would remain close to $30 billion, $1 billion less than last financial year's. So, why are the remittances falling? Well, here's why. Remittances from Saudi Arabia, UAE, UK, and US make up 68.5% of Pakistan's yearly remittances. But lately, overseas Pakistanis working in Saudi Arabia, UAE, and UK are sending less foreign exchange back home than last year. This is primarily due to economic and expatriate labor market conditions of these countries. During July-October this year, remittances from these countries fell by 11.7%, 9.2%, and 8.3% respectively, according to the State Bank of Pakistan. For example, in Saudi Arabia, expatriate workers from other countries, including India, are outnumbering Pakistanis in professional and managerial jobs. Besides that, the growing Saudization of the labor market and growth in opportunities for overseas workers to set up small businesses in Saudi Arabia is also influencing the volume of foreign exchange sent back home. The remittances from the kingdom declined from $2.785 billion in July-October 2021 to $2.459 billion in July-October 2022. In 2020 and 2021, a total of 292,000 Pakistanis went on a work visa to Saudi Arabia. The number was much higher in 2019 when 332,000 workers moved to the kingdom. The decline can be attributed to COVID and pandemic restrictions. Lately, however, the number is growing. Over 420,000 Pakistanis have migrated to the kingdom in just the first 10 months of 2022. But it would still take time to translate into thicker remittances. Remittances from Saudi Arabia may start growing sometime in the middle of 2023 or early 2024. Similar factors apply to remittances coming to Pakistan from the UAE. Now, more and more Pakistanis are investing in the UAE's real estate and retail sectors rather than sending it back home for investment. They are becoming wary of investing back home due to growing political uncertainties. Another reason for the decline in remittances from the UAE can be attributed to the lesser number of Pakistani workers going to the Gulf state during the past 2 years. From January to October this year, 108,573 Pakistanis went to the UAE for work. By the end of the year, this could rise to 130,000, but that would still be far below than what it was in 2019. Now, let's get out of the Middle East and on to our former colonizers. During July-October 2022, remittances from the United Kingdom slipped to $1.368 billion compared to from more than $1.492 billion during July-October 2021. Interestingly, the remittances fell for totally different reasons. The UK is facing a 41-year high consumer inflation and a 45-year high food inflation. This is forcing the expatriates living there to send back home a little less than what they used to. The Bank of England fears that this downturn could last deep into 2024. So, what is the Pakistani government doing about this? Well, the government and the State Bank have recently taken some initiatives to further curb inflows of remittances through illegal channels and has been cracking down on money changers involved in this activity. Mohyuddin Azim, in his piece for Dawn's Business and Finance Weekly, says that the policymakers should also look at the fact that remittances coming in through banking channels keep falling for the obvious reasons. Limiting the amount of foreign exchange that people can buy from the exchange companies and asking these companies to keep records of the deals also makes sense as the country is braving a foreign exchange crisis. However, for medium to long-term purposes, there is a need to revisit our remittances policy once again with an objective of strategizing remittances growth from 4 main centers: US, UK, Saudi Arabia, and UAE. Exploring new host countries for Pakistani workers, improving the quality exportable workforce, expediting the move to give overseas Pakistanis the right to vote in general elections. The last one is obviously the most important.